Welcome to my channel. My name is Richard Lwaya. I am a manifestation coach, and the purpose of this video is to remind you why you are here. Because you are not here by mistake or by accident. You are not here because your mother and father went to bed. As a matter of fact, your mother and father went to bed because of your burning desire to be here. We are here to represent God, to act and do things according to how we remember Him without being compelled. And because of this great opportunity, we all shouted for joy and got excited to be here in the due time. And we began to prepare ourselves to be here. And one of the things we did in preparation towards coming here was receiving this body of flesh and bones. Second, we also had to develop our mind. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. The greatest weapon that we've come with to this earth is our mind. And our mind is divided into three areas. We have the subconscious, we have the superconscious, and the conscious. Now, the superconscious is that perfect man made in God's image, is the God in you. And your subconscious is like steam or power without induction. In fact, your subconscious is the silent servant to man, who records each and everything that man thinketh. And whatever man thinketh and is recorded into his subconscious must appear at his screen of space, or must appear in his life. And conscious, this is the carnal man who is an enemy to God, who is full of fear, limitation, lack, resentment, plus death. After we prepared ourselves, we are ready to come into this world. Therefore, the universe was organized to receive us and take care of us. What is very interesting here is that whoever comes into this world, you come into your own world. We are all living in the same universe, but definitely in our individual worlds. And in your world, you are the God of your own world. And also in my world, I'm the God of my own world. It means that in my world, I have influence over you. And you also have influence over me in your own world. But something more interesting is that your world and my world, they are all connected to the universe. And the brick that connects the universe to your world is within our subconscious. And this is so for the purposes of creation. Because remember, you're a God in your own world. And one of the characteristics of a God is to create. So, how do we create? Let me explain. You see, when you develop a thought, that thought goes into the universe. And in the universe, there is what we call that formless substance, which is intelligent in nature. It stretches, penetrates, and covers the entire surface of the universe. That formless substance is what is responsible for each and everything that man desires. So, when you develop a thought, the thought goes into that formless substance, and then that formless substance creates a form according to the thought, or according to the thoughter, and then that form is drawn back into the mind of the thoughter. And then man is given permission to take up the earthly materials to create or to mold that picture that he has into his subconscious. So that is how creation takes place. That is how invention has been taking place. That's how men are creating airplanes, guns, spaceships. This is how it is going on. So if you are not creating, it's because you don't want. But everybody has the right to create because you are God. Now, something that is very interesting about this is that the storehouse, which contains the earthly materials, is in abundance, and it can never let man go without what he wants. In case man is in search for gold in order to mold what is in his mind, and there is no gold in the earth will produce more gold. If he is in need of diamond, more diamond will be produced. If he is in need of oil, more oil will be produced. So, the universe has everything that man desires. Whatever we desire, we can have it in abundance, and there is still more for others. This is just like you can take the 7 billion people and you tell them, hey guys, we are going to the Indian Ocean, and everybody carry your biggest container. We're going to collect water as much as we can. You know, we'll go there, and after the exercise, if you reach at the Indian Ocean, you'll find that there will be no sign or an indicator that water has been extracted from that from the ocean. So that is how it is with the universe. Now my question is, why do you take up the panga? Why do you pick up the gun and kill your brother and sister for the worldly things? Yet we have it in abundance. We can get each and everything that we desire. I believe people who have this kind of thinking, the understanding is not yet opened to this eternal truth. The second reason why we are here is to fulfill the purpose of life. You see, the purpose of life is continuity, is expansion, is growth. There is a living substance that exists in us as a human, the same in animals, and it's the same in plants. It is ever seeking expansion and growth or continuity, and that is life in its nature. You see, when a plant grows and reaches a certain level, it will produce seeds, and those seeds will go into the ground and they'll produce other baby plants, just for continuity of that life that is existing in that particular plant. The same in animals. When the animals grow and they reach a certain age, they also produce, so that life continues from the old one to the young one. The same in us as a human. When we also grow and reach a certain level, we give birth to kids, so that life continues to exist and to multiply and to grow. But in doing this, there is also a very important principle that we are fulfilling, which is the fourth principle why we came here, and that is showing love. A father or a mother would do anything to protect, to provide for their kids. And this is because of love. When you watch Natural World, you see how mother buffaloes fight to protect their cubs when they are threatened. They fight to the extent of giving up their own lives, and that is because of love. I believe the same in the plants. So these are the 4 major reasons why we are here. But in order for us to fulfill this responsibility, God gave us power. Because God knew that man without power is nothing, is weak, is the victim of the circumstance. But man with power is a powerful being. He's the creator of his circumstance. He's a God seated on the throne of his mind, reigning over his life. But without power, man is like a trapped eagle. A trapped eagle can never live a full life of an eagle. Eagles belongs in the highest degree of altitude, in the highest height. And if you are flying in about 10 or 11 miles ahead and you come across a bird, that bird must be an eagle. And that is where you and I belong. And please, I want to ask you for a favor. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what you find doing yourself, please don't accept to be convinced and fly in an ordinary height where other birds are flying, where the vultures are flying, the chicken, the ducks. Let them fly in that height. But for you and me, we belong in the highest degree of height. So this is what I want to talk to you about. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you people who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much for sharing, and thank you very much for commenting. At this time, I want to bless you with a life of health, wealth, and happiness. A life where you give yourself a gift of patience, virtue of language, and the value of knowledge. God bless you.